Transforming your eating habits does not have to be complicated. One of the simplest things you can do is change how you shop. Today, I'm going to give you 5 tips to get you so good at shopping that healthy eating becomes effortless. Tip number 1, plan your meals. A lot of clients resist this because they're not planners or they're the type of eater that doesn't know exactly what they want until the day of. Even if that is you, I want you to consider this. Planning equals freedom. If you had a ton of time, then sure, you could decide what you wanted to eat on the day of. If you had a ton of resources, you could do that as well. But if you have any restrictions in either of those areas, there's so much freedom that comes with planning. It allows you to make the most of your budget and it allows you to make the most of your time. Consider what you would be willing to commit to in advance. Even if you don't commit to the entire meal, can you at least commit to the grain in advance? Can you give yourself some options with sauces? No matter how you choose to approach it, just be aware that planning can open up a lot of possibilities and it's not as restrictive as you might be thinking. When you go to the store with a plan, a general idea of what you want to eat during the week, having a plan can save you so much time and in the end, money. Tip number 2, shop the perimeter of the store. This is where you're going to find the whole fresh foods that are the foundation for a varied, high nutrient eating pattern. Now, that's not to say that you can't pick up some goodies or enhancements or convenience items in the center of the store, but the bulk of your shopping should really be done in the perimeter. Tip number 3, don't be afraid of convenience items. Human beings have been canning food for a really long time. Yes, I did say most of your shopping should be happening around the perimeter or on the perimeter of the store, but that doesn't mean that canned foods are not valid and a useful part of a healthy eating pattern. If you are reluctant to add canned foods into your diet because you just don't like the taste, or you're concerned about preservatives or sodium, no worries, check out the flash frozen items. Frozen food can be a wonderful, nutritious option. They're picked at the peak of freshness and flash frozen, preserving a lot of the nutrients. You don't have to worry that canned vegetables or frozen vegetables are devoid of nutrition. It's a great way to make sure you always have veggies or fruit on hand in your pantry or your freezer. Tip number 4, try new things. Variety is the spice of life, and having a variety of food in your eating pattern is the best way to make sure that you're getting all the nutrients that your body needs. So, what is a simple way to make sure you're getting a variety? Are there different colors on your plate? Are there different textures on your plate? Are you eating the same thing for breakfast every single day of the week? Are you limiting your snacks to 2 or 3 items? Challenge yourself to try one new item every week. Think of it as a treasure hunt. What you're trying to find are foods that sit well with you when you eat them, but also hit the spot and are pleasurable palate-wise. And tip number 5, always shop with a full belly. You will make some interesting, thirsty decisions when you go shopping hungry. You want to go shopping while you're in a satisfied place. When we let ourselves get overly hungry, we tend to go for really calorically dense foods, which is perfectly fine sometimes, but you'll probably find that later on throughout the week that you don't always want the calorically dense food, that sometimes you're going to naturally crave high nutrient foods. No foods have to be off limits for you to have a balanced eating pattern, and what works for your individual body may vary. So there may be some foods that are off limits for you that you're not necessarily demonizing or seeing as bad, but you know for a fact you have trouble digesting them. They don't sit well with you. Maybe you have a sensitivity. Maybe you have a diagnosed allergy. That's perfectly fine. But what you're looking for are foods that give you lots of nutrients in general, hits the spot, and agrees with your individual body. When you're going shopping in a hungry state, it's going to be hard for you to prioritize all of those things. your body's probably just going to be pushing you towards the calorically dense food. So there you have it, 5 simple tips to become so good at shopping that healthy eating becomes effortless. We're just scratching the surface here, but we will be going deeper with each of these areas in future videos. So make sure you hit that subscribe button.